We don't actually put a clutch in this, do we? Because that looks like a clutch. Do we put, is this actually a clutch tool that we... Welcome back to the workbench where we try to make things. What we're continuing to try to make today is Revell's Ford FD-100 pickup, their first design kit they put out a while back, and we're doing it quite a bit different. And if you'd like to get caught up on that, check the description down below. There's a link there for you to a playlist, and you can get caught up on how we built the chassis, the interior going in, these kind of things that we've been working on in the past. But right now, what we're working on is the cab, and even more importantly, what goes inside the cab. Well, not inside the cab, under the hood. What goes under the hood. But we'll look at that in just a second. I did want to just give the quick update on the cab itself. Still just body working this. So we've got everything that fits right. It fits exactly how we want it. Everything's right in place. Now it's a matter of body working this to make it pretty. In fact, let me put the grill in so you can kind of see how we're looking. So the grill goes like so. Going to be sitting right in here like this. How can I hold it? Like that, maybe? There we go. So I'm basically what I'm trying to body work right now is this shape around here. Pretty well got this laid in, which took some work to get these gaps back. This gap, let's see, that gap has opened up on me a little bit, so that's going to be easy enough to close up as I keep body working this. And the plan is, here's my plan, is I'm going to take this body shape, body line, and mold it right into this part of the Bronco piece, the core support we're putting in. It's just going to mold right into it so that we'll have this kind of continued line all the way around. Does that make sense? Almost making like a squared off oval, I guess it would be how you would say that here, with a flat edge along the bottom. And then of course that's where the bumper will come in and meet up. It's against that flat edge on the bottom there. I hope that makes sense. It's going to take a lot of work. It's taking more time than I expected. I was hoping to have a lot more of it done today. In fact, I keep scratching my nose because I got Bondo powder all in my face. I was working on it, trying to get as much done before I started filming today. But I thought, let's slow it down. Let's do it right. I'll use the weekend because today's Friday, and so the weekend's coming up. I'll use the weekend to really be able to get some work done on this. So hopefully Monday we'll have that all put together. But what I really want to talk about, and what's really exciting, in fact, let me move this stuff out of the way and even move this out of the way, is the motor came in. So I think most people have already guessed, right? it's a Whipple Supercharged Coyote motor, a 5-liter Coyote. Ordered this in, got it in. I've already started pulling it apart because that's just what I do. So I don't know if you guys have done one of these or not. I haven't. One of these 3D, slash resin printed motors. But yeah, there's it can be a little overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie, because basically you get a plate of parts and then no instructions. so I've already started kind of looking at this, and I thought let's go through it. If we go through it together, because I'm sure there's guys out there, some of you guys have built one of these motors, and maybe you can help me out, kind of throwing this out to the community a little bit. As far as how these are put together, I think I've figured out a few things. Like at first I was wondering, what in the heck are these little guys here, which you probably can't even see, but there's 4 of them. And finally I figured out, oh, okay, we're going to use these to line up. Because when I first saw them, I'm like, wow, those look like cylinder sleeves, and that's kind of basically what they are. So basically you can use them to line up all the way from the valve cover through the head. I don't know if I have this the right direction, and then into the block in it, and you get 4 of them. So I guess you go, what would it be? Like you would go in the 2 front cylinders and the 2 back cylinders. There we go, and then use that to kind of hold everything together. I think that's what those are for. So I figured that out. There was also this funny little thing here, which looks like, I'm like, what is this? Am I going to be putting? Can you guys see this? It looks like the tool you use if you do a clutch job, to line up your clutch and everything. But I think what it actually is kind of the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what this is going to be used for is to line this kind of front the front plate here up to here. Like that's how you kind of line up through those holes, and basically using it like a clutch installation tool, I think. And by the way, I'm pretty positive this goes on this side. I was like, this looks like the back side of a motor, but then I was like, well, what is that? I guess that's, or maybe it goes this side. But if it goes on this side, I don't even know. If it goes on this side, like I'd have to shave that down, which that seems kind of weird, where it fits nice and flat against here. And then I think that peg, or this hole here, I think is probably where the water pump goes, which I haven't pulled off yet. The water pump is right down here. So, and then speaking of, what I've left on here is the pulley. So I know we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pulleys. So there's our pulleys. I'm guessing this is probably the harmonic balancer type deal. I'm not for is that, you know what, that we don't actually put a clutch in this, do we? Because that looks like a clutch. Do we put, is this actually a clutch tool that we used to put the clutch in with? Why would we put a clutch in this? Like, is it, because there's also this, which I'm not completely sure what this little guy is, but it looks like a what do you call that? Like a throwout fork, like the fork for a throwout bearing. I don't know why. I don't know if that's something we would put in here. I don't know what this is. I know we get the output shaft here, which makes sense, which needs a little sanding if it's kind of tight. So, we get the throwout, or the out. What did I just say? The output shaft with half of a U-joint on it. I don't know, but it also maybe just looks like, man, somebody's gonna have to help me on this one, or is there somewhere I can go to find out? Because that's what that looks like. Do we actually put a? Is that why? It doesn't even make sense. Okay, I don't know. If it was me, I would just, boom, I just put which, by the way, does this even go? I don't even know. I guess it would go like that if this is the correct side, but does it go this way? I really don't know. I need to actually look at a Coyote motor and see, I'll be able to tell like where these different parts are, and I can see which way it goes. But anyways, the only thing that I found to be an issue so far is the oil pan, and hopefully you guys can even see this. Oh, my bottom camera has gone out, so we'll just do this on the top, from the top camera. There was like a printing error, or maybe it just broke, I don't know. But we lost some of the what would be the gasket surface for this oil pan, and I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be an issue. See, now there's this here. So is this like where one of the pins, like, do we put like a pin in there and then like glue a pin in, and that's how we make our little peg for that? Probably, because we got these little pins. But anyways, I don't know if that's going to be an issue, if that's how much that's going to be noticeable. I did take a quick look at one of these motors, and obviously the block is aluminum and the pan is black. That I think will stand out. If I was to paint the pan black, it'll very much stand out, that chipped piece there. I don't know if I could just get a new pan for this. Maybe I could do that. I'll look into that, just so we don't have, the issue. Because I would like, I was wanting to do it like a Coyote motor would be. So if the pan's black, but they do make aftermarket pans for Coyotes that are aluminum. This doesn't look like one of those. But I could just paint it aluminum and then it'd probably disappear in there. I don't know. I have to figure out the answer, what to do for that. I also, speaking of painting, I think the only thing I'm going to do kind of not stock Coyote is I'm definitely going to do the valve covers body color. So the valve covers, I'm definitely going to do them the blood red candy and all that stuff. I think that makes sense to me. I don't know about anything else. If I want to do paint or anodize anodize things like it was a custom done job for the show truck. I mean, we're going all out on this truck. Maybe we, maybe I do the Whipple body color also instead of black. That could be an idea, so that we'd have the body of the Whipple leave the front and back of it kind of that that anodized aluminum, but the body of it, maybe do it body color. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But I tell you what, I've got a lot of work, and so plan is finish front end this weekend, or at least pretty darn close to finishing the front end this weekend, because that is a lot of work. But also get the motor started this weekend, because I do want to be able to get it into the chassis to see how well it's going to fit. So that's the plans for this weekend. If that's something you're interested in keeping up with when we come back Monday, make sure and hit the subscribe button and that bell button so you get notified, or the notification button, or whatever they call it these days, so you get notified when these come out. By the way, they come out every day at 4 Central Standard Time. So you don't have to be notified, just be here at 4. I always check out the comments like right at that time. So if you are in early on the comments, I can answer you and reply back. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments section. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the hype button, hit the buttons, hit all those, do everything, do those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. My brain's everywhere. I got a lot of work to do. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.